Please, can I have some water?
And I have a ball
Bar water?
Well, from England. Can I have a ball? I've been to England for what, 6 times. I never had any. Maybe you can say that because it's racist. Maybe in downtown London they say ball, but they speak.
No. It's good English. A bottle of water. Bottle of water. Water. Ocean. Very difficult. Huh? Yes, I heard. Okay. Huh? Yes, good evening.
Good evening, good morning, and good night. And if I don't see you, I think I did it backwards.
Yeah, that's right. Hello.
Hi. So, welcome to the first podcast with Morisso. Cinema boy. Just checking. Yeah, we are recording. Sorry, that's my first time. So, I want to talk to you about a lot of things, but mainly about your current work, which involves working aside AI in the banking world and tripling your work output from that. So, but first, who are you? What is your story? And how did you get to work? And how that? Sorry. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Hi,
Hello. How are you?
I'm sorry that it's an ear rape for you guys.
But you're gonna cut it, so it's okay. No.
No, we're not going to cut it. So, I want to talk to you about a lot of things, but mainly about your current work, which involves working aside AI in the banking world and tripling your work output from that. But first, who are you? What is your story? And how did you get to work, to the work you do today?
It's a long story.
Yeah, we have to stand.
Okay. So,
What are you?
you can't say that. You can't say the F word. No, you're not allowed this. No, not at all. So, education. So I've got a BA in economics and accounting, and I've got an MBA in financial engineering and banking. So that means that I've been all my life working in the field of credit risk collections. And 12 years ago, something like that, I started work for a company in the UK that was providing online loans. I worked with them for about a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And then the company collapsed. So it took me a few months to find, I thought that the idea was interesting. So it took me a few months to find new investors and to start again. So I'm one of the founders of the company that I'm in now, which is called Quidie.
I think for a lot of people, including including me, we don't know. I don't know exactly what you do and what the idea of the company does. So if you can explain what the company does or what the first company did, and you.
Well, we're doing the same. So we're providing loans online. We're providing loans to people that are looking for a loan online. And so they go to Google or somewhere else, and they're asking, I need 200, 300 pounds. We're talking about short-term loans and small loans. So 200 pounds, 300 pounds, and I need the money now. And the whole concept is extremely interesting because from the time that they are going to do that, and they're going to find a website offering that product. Most of the websites on the market are broker sites. I'm not sure that the microphone is at the right. Maybe this way is better. Yeah. Yeah. I wish it was an ice cream. So basically, the customer is entering his details. So he's saying who he is, marital status, working status, employment status, how much he or she earns, and the credit broker is going to take that information, transfer it in an XML file. That's a piece of information that's going to be sent to different lenders. The credit broker is choosing the lenders that are most suitable to the customer based on the data he has on the customer, and then there is some kind of electronic auction bidding between the lenders that everybody is appraising in real time the value of the customer, the chances that the customer will get the loan if we buy that lead. And the whole process, including contacting the credit rating agency that provides us the data on the customer, the credit data on the customer, the whole process needs to take less than 4 seconds, and we do it in less than 2 seconds actually. And that's amazing because you don't have it's whole machine work. Okay, that means that it's our machines that are discussing with the machines of the of the credit brokers that are discussing, and we are also discussing at the same time with a machine at the credit rating agency that gives us the information, and it goes very fast. And we are applying a sophisticated algorithm to take I'll keep in mind that I have to be next to the microphone. That's the problem. And once we take the decision to buy that lead, that means that the lead has a high probability that the customer will receive the loan. We buy the lead. Okay, so the whole project was in 2 seconds, and after that we pass that to we buy the lead. We get the customer to come to our system, and the customers provide us his acceptance on the loan. That means he signs the loan. We send him a code by SMS, a code by email. You put those 2 codes. If I'm boring you, tell me.
No, I'm actually really interested.
Okay. If the customer is putting those 2 codes, the mobile and the email codes, inside an e-sign form, and based on that, the contract is signed. And if we take the decision to give the customer the loan, the money will be in his bank account within 15 minutes. So it's a very, very, very fast project, and all we are doing it. We call it AI, but that's not AI in a new AI that we are encountering in those days. Okay, so it's automated decisioning. AI, the way that we are now meeting it, is totally different, and it's already changing the way how we are doing our job.
So before we talk about AI, I'm just going to summarize it, because you said it's easy, but it sounds like that you have about 20 steps until a guy gets his money. So what you do is you make a website and you give loans. That's the beginning. Small loans, about 200 to 300.
How do I drink?
And
the microphone.
The difference between you and other companies or other banks is that you give the loan immediately. So the customer doesn't have to wait. He just searches on Google, and I need a loan now, £200 for today, something like that. So and a quick loan in 1 hour, and he gets to your website by a lead. That's somebody that makes sure he transfers his, leads, customers, links, all of that. I'm not that good at marketing at Google, so sorry. You take the customer and you give him a loan immediately. So you do all the background check.
Or not. So we are declining 98%, 98% of the applications. We are approving around 2% on the
Do it
application.
all in 2 minutes.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. So you do 15 steps from the customer to your systems, to the check-in, do everything in 2 seconds.
That's correct.
That's amazing. So
I'm actually pushing the machine. I don't know. It's
so I need a new VR headset. The money in the bag. So you said 300 pounds. That's exactly what I need.
yeah.
The Oculus Quest 3. Okay. So you don't really use AI though. In your system, you don't use AI. There isn't artificial intelligence.
You can call it AI because those are there's no we are planning the systems, we are planning the decisioning, and everything is automated, and the system takes alone his decisions. The difference about what we call AI in these days is that we know exactly what is going on behind the system. We design the logic. Now, when we address AI now in these new days, we are look at an AI that is much more like a black box for us, and is coming to tell us what to do, when to do it. We can, of course, as professionals, identify if it's good or bad, but we will not really know what is happening on the technical side. And that's the huge difference. That means that the machine is going to decide for us the what and or the how. It takes its decision, and we are just enjoying the results. There's that new world that is new buzzword that's in the internet. We prompt the question to the machine, and the machine gives us results.
So the difference between your systems, your AI system, and within any system like AI, the difference between your systems and other AIs, and people don't get it. If you go to ChatGPT, it's really an AGI, an artificial general intelligence. It's more general. It thinks about different things. When you have small systems, or if you want to call it an artificial intelligence, you can. I don't know your system. There's a very different kind of spectrum about artificial intelligence when you can go to the highest of the highest. So AGI thinks by itself, can talk to you about art, music, cinema, answer your question about banking and giving loans. So it's more general. But you are talking about a system that makes the decision by itself in under 2 seconds.
But the logic is ours. That means that there is nothing in that decision that has not been designed by us. It's a rule set. It's a huge set of rules, okay? And we have to decide we are making big visio charts, and so we know exactly what's happening. If, when, then, this is totally controlled. We know exactly what the automated decision is doing, okay? And now we're going to a new world where we don't know exactly what's happening behind it. And that's fascinating. Okay. For one of the,
if you want to go, just point the microphone with.
It's a pointy microphone.
It's pointy.
Yeah, it's pointy. So it's
right. It's round.
It looks pointier without. But let's say that we are discussing about if we let AI, for instance, decide how to discuss with our customers. So we've got now in these days we've got chatbots. So my generation of chatbot means that I prepare the scenarios. I analyze the words that the customer is saying, and based on a set of words that are provided by the customer, I decide what type of questions, what type of answer the customer is going to receive. That's my mind, my decision.
Yeah,
It's totally driven.
Vote that you give answers to some questions, and he can answer that set of questions. He can't think for himself.
Exactly. He cannot. And that's what we know until now. And now with the new AI chatbots, we give them a framework. That means that you need to be you need to talk in a certain tone. You have strict compliance rules that you need to comply with, to apply. But you need to understand what are the needs of the customer. You need to understand if the customer is angry, if the customer needs help, if the customer is in financial difficulties, and based on your perception, I'm talking about your perception, I'm talking about the AI perception of the subject of the customer, then the AI will take the decision and will give a response to the customers, or will offer some arrangements to the customer. And it's extremely interesting because we are monitoring it. We are understanding the outcomes. We can tweak the outcomes by saying, okay, you don't do that, you don't do this, and et cetera, et cetera. But basically, we don't know really what's happening in the box.
So right now you are developing it, or it's already in your website talking to your customers?
At the moment, we are developing it, okay, but we are not developing it on our platform. The old generation of chatbots, we were providing with some kind of tool, and we had to build a very strict rule set. The job was on us, okay. Now the job goes on the other side, and it's much more interesting much less work, and much more interesting, okay. So I think that the huge difference, and we're talking about the fear of AI, that AI will take our jobs. I think that the big issue here is that we are creating a new generation of professionals that needs to be able to prompt, to discuss with those AI bots, and to monitor the outcomes, so that the outcomes is exactly what we need. We are telling them now in big lines what to do, what we expect, and we don't know how they are doing it.
Yeah, I also don't know how you build an AI work framework or any of the things that AI does. For me, it's magic, and people work very hard to improve it, and it's already in the beginning steps to starting improving itself. So even it doesn't need humans. It will improve itself by talking to itself, by asking itself questions, by talking to other customers and other people, and by exchanging information, just making better, faster, quicker, more responsive, direct questions. That's kind of scary, but I don't think that's how you should just see it. Maybe in 3 years. But I want to take you back to your work. So how many customers do you have right now? Sorry, not customers. How many workers do you have in customer support? That only work in customer support, answering other customers about complaints or everything like that?
At the moment, because we are very, I won't give you numbers, okay? I won't give you numbers. But what I can tell you is that if we compare ourselves with a very similar company in our industry, okay, we have around 10 to 15% of what they have in terms of manpower, okay? That means if they had 100, we would have 10 to 15 per person, etc., etc. So in percentage, 10 to 15% of what the others are doing, and that's because we are building our success on automated processes and on self-service for the customers, and that's because I myself I don't like to wait hours for getting a response. I prefer to have access to a website and to be able to get the response instantly and to have the solutions instantly. Okay, it's not always easy, and not everybody likes that. We have people that really need to discuss with someone, and for that we have a few customer care agents that know how to respond.
So most of your work today is done by the systems.
Exactly.
So a lot less manpower. Does any other company have those kind of systems in place that just automate everything?
In a certain extent, yes. Everybody has a website. Everybody has a self-service. Yes. I think that we are doing it one step beyond. We are making more. We are proposing more facilities to the customer to be able to get an instant. For instance, if a customer wants to make reset a payment plan or make some changes, yeah, I need to keep close to the microphone. Sorry.
You can move it if you want to. So if you
I feel like a rock star speaking of it. I'm not used to it.
Yeah,
but
you sound sexy. Really good. And there's a style. No.
Yeah. No.
Maybe you should some pop iron.
Yeah, maybe.
Australian. No, Austrian.
Yeah, not Australian. So
you say companies are one step behind you. Do you think the gap can close with the new knowledge that AI brings, the new system it brings? Do you think companies can now say, we don't have those systems that were done by programmers and all that, but AI, let's just say ChatGPT, we can pay $30 a month and it could replace the 90+% of our workers just by that?
I don't think so. I think that it will happen, but it will take more than one generation. You have to kill a full generation of managers to get them to become obsolete and change the world. And also, I don't think that the customers are prepared to speak with machine all the time. I think
the question is if they even know. Let's say the chatbots.
They will know.
The chatbots were introduced to us maybe even before I was born, but that's a part of it. That's part of it. So it was developed for, let's say, 30 years. Chatbots on the internet. So chatbot became really good at their jobs. So really good chatbots can answer basically anything, almost anything. You had those Instagram chatbot models. It would speak to you if you DM them.
If I'm really stressed because I owe money to a company and I need to talk to someone so that that person is going to tell me that everything's going to be okay, I cannot talk to a chatbot.
But what
I will
know if it's chatbot?
We are not here yet. It will take a long time. But I want to talk to someone. So you have two steps here. First, you have to have some chatbots that sound human. Okay, that could be now. We are getting there. But then you want to have some customer care agents that are robots that sounds like human, and they are empathic, etc., etc. We are not there. No, we're not there. They will take some years, and also I think that the problem is not the technology. The problem is that on both sides, on the side of the firms and on the side of the customers, it's going to take time for them to comply. If you are a customer and you owe money and you're stressed, the last thing you want is to talk to a robot, and it's stressful enough to talk to a real person that acts as a robot. That means that doesn't care about your needs and doesn't care about you and doesn't provide you any help or any response, which is also a problem, but it's hard enough. And so handling passing all this to robot, I don't think that we are here yet. I can't tell you how many years it will take to change. I'm not that smart, but I think it will take a full generation of service providers, us, and that means that we all need to go to pension or to die, and so that there is an all new generation of people that are going to replace us, and they don't know anything else but AI.
But that's part of the equation. As you said, in a few years, you think AI is going to have the ability to replace, let's say, just customer support. Let's say just customer support. If you go to companies on that basically involves 50% only in sales. So most companies, internet companies, food companies, most companies can take 50% of their sales workers, maybe even 95% in 3 years, and just replace them. So
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree with that statement. Let's take the big one. Okay, the one of the biggest. Let's take Amazon. Okay, Amazon is providing me. I'm an Amazon freak. I'm a sick prime customer of Amazon. I like to buy things, and they have a fantastic service, but the service that they are providing, which is an automated service, the automated part of the chatbots are bad. They give you bad feelings. And the only thing that you want when you get to those robots is to understand how to shortcut the robots to get to a human person, to have a human discussion, even if it's a discussion on a chat and you know that that person is, that we are not on the phone, okay? And if you work with Amazon, you have the possibilities always to get to someone human to discuss and to get to that, okay? I am not prepared, but maybe I'm too old, okay? I am not prepared to let that go so quickly. I think that someone maybe with your age, but even you, I think you're too old. I think you're too old to get there. I think that you need someone that's going to start buying in 5 years, and is going to someone that is going to start buying for himself in 5 years. And it's going to be a world with much more AI in customer care. And until those people that are coming to the market in 5 years or in 10 years, until they become the majority of the buyers, and it's going to take 20 years, we will still have a lot of humans in place to do their job. So I don't think it's going to take 3 years. Technically, you can do everything now, but first of all, it's not cheap. Okay, those systems are not cheap, and so it will take time. Another thing that we have is that the AI now is still very expensive. That means that I'm not talking about ChatGPT. I'm talking about that if you want to have, you have a call center, and you want to have you go to a company that is specialized in AI and voice recognition, and not only voice recognition, but the capability to understand the feelings of the customer and to respond based on the tone of the voice. And things about technology that exists now, they are very expensive in terms of setup, etc. So very big companies, like companies that have thousands of agents, okay? If you are a telecom company, you've got 2,000 agents, so you can invest the I don't know, $100,000 or £100,000 tickets to get in and to start working on those systems. But if you're like most of the companies, let's say 80% of the companies that are small companies that have a call center of less than 10 people, 20 people, they cannot move to AI so fast. It will take time so that the AI itself is able to sell itself, to implement itself. It's going to take time.
Okay. But still, if we talk about the younger generation, I truly think that it's going to separate. So most desk jobs, including telecom and everything that you need to talk on the phone, SMS, chatbots, everything, in 5 years, maybe if we take it slow, and don't think we're going to take anything slow when it comes to money. If you can save money, we're going to do it very fast. Because $100,000 investment in new AI bot that you can even tell the difference.
For a big company,
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer.
But for a small company, I understand for now, because it gets cheaper. But I truly think that the younger generation will have a hard time finding jobs. You said it, because if AI is going to replace most desk jobs, and right now we are going to the internet age and the AI age, and all of the things we want to do are on the internet, like 70% of it. And the other 30 is physical. So we only have two options when we grow up. Let's say I'm 20, but let's say I just finished high school. I want to find a job, maybe learn something. If I learn programming, an AI bot or even ChatGPT, just tell it every day what you're going to do. This is my code. It's going to learn what you're doing. What is your job? And by the end of a year, even 30, I think even 30 days, it can copy every single thing, every single task you can do. It can do it even better, even faster. So programming is off the table. QA, you know what is it's QA?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a QA, the job of a QA in programming, I just landed because my friend does a course, start being a QA. He checks the code for errors every day. That's his jobs. That's his job. So if you give the code to the AI and you say, I have this problem, and people already do it. I think most people in the jobs who use AI are programmers, especially QAs. So they put the code in, they say to the AI, something failed, can you find it? And most of the time, the AI finds it in less than 2 seconds, even less, because it learns from other people's mistakes. And QA, suddenly you don't need 10 people in a big company. What's that? You don't need 10 people.
You will need more sharp people that are doing their job more efficiently, more quickly.
Yeah, but
you have to be the best. Yes.
Yeah, they have to be the best, and most people just want to be. They want to be the best, but they are mediocre, because mediocre doesn't mean that you don't do the 6+ hours every day. I have to get better, giant. So AI is not making new jobs. It makes some jobs, but it eliminates so many jobs. So the younger generation doesn't have more jobs except the physical jobs. Because right now we don't have AI bots. Tesla is working on AI bots that use the AI car to start moving, and that's crazy. But I say it's 10+ years. So most of the work is going to be physical, like laying bricks, sewage.
No, hairdresser.
Sorry?
A hairdresser.
A hairdresser.
If you, I think that the time until you will get to a robot that will give you it's going to take some time to have a robot hairdresser. It can be, yes, but it will take some time.
Physical jobs are going to stay, I think, for 30 even until the end of time, because something about a human doing the hair and not a bot, something special. So art, for example, is going to stay. Art, filmmaking, it's going to change. It's going to change.
Yeah.
I saw deepfakes. Barack Obama says he loves Donald Trump and we need to build the wall again, even bigger. But physical jobs are going to be the only thing that the younger generation is going to have. Most people can't do that. They can't lay bricks. They don't want to be hairdresser. They want to do other things. Right now, it's to make content. It's crazy. And if you have UBI, that's...
But even if you're talking about content, content now gets when you create content and you have an AI tool with you, the way you create content is totally different. But even then, it's much more interesting. That means that when you created content, before that you had to make a long text, you have to explain everything, and you had to have the knowledge. Now you use the knowledge in a much more interesting way, because you prompt the AI what you want the AI to write for you. And if you have the knowledge, if you are a professional, a real sound professional, then you will be able to prompt interesting text that interest other professionals. The real question is, if nobody is studying anymore, how will you get those people to become professionals, to be able to create interesting contents? Because if you don't learn anything, if you don't practice anything, if you don't know any material from the inside, but only through the bots you're using, then how do you know how to choose the right answer, the right question? How do you know to ask the AI to provide you with interesting content? If you ask them, okay, provide me with interesting content, if that's the question, it's going to be interesting as everybody else.
So you use AI, especially ChatGPT, we talked about it, use ChatGPT-4 to sometimes triple your work efficiency and speed.
Yeah.
In your work. So your output has tripled by using the AI, specifically ChatGPT.
It's more than that. The AI, I can say that I am a creative mind. And because I'm a creative mind and I've got strong ADHD features, so I'm thinking in all kinds of way, all different directions. And sometimes it takes me time to focus. But when I'm going to the AI and I ask my questions, and usually I get first some kind of outline, a roadmap. And that roadmap helps me organize my ideas and decide what I'm going to do with this information, how I'm going to go for the next step. So it helps me think too. It's a tool. It's a focusing tool. It's very important for me.
But what do you use it for in your company?
Well, I give you an example that I'm responsible for compliance. So I'm doing an annual review of our policies and procedures. And I took my policies, I put them and I upload them to ChatGPT, and I'm asking, okay, is there anything I need to update based on UK law? And I get straight answers that there is this regulation from 2023 that needs to be reflected in your policy. Okay, based on the text in my policy, what should be changed? So please provide me with an extract of the relevant part of the new regulation, and which type of and how I need to extract it and to insert it in my new policy. Okay, So it would have taken me a full day of work to do less than an hour job now. Okay, so I took one day, I pushed it. Maybe I'm exaggerating with 1 day, but a lot of hours, let's say 3, 4, 5 hours.
So
in 1 hour.
So for that task, something that would take you a day's work. So 1 day work, let's say 8 hours or 6 hours. You said 5.
Yeah, maybe.
It took 20 minutes, 20 to an hour.
20 to an hour.
Know what you're doing, or because?
No, because I'm checking.
Because you're checking.
Yeah.
So if you didn't even check, and you did it good, so
10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes.
10, 20 minutes, yes.
So you can cut it by 20, even 30 times.
Yeah.
So it's 30 times more efficient than you. Let's just say it. But I do not disrespect you on any other work.
No, I know, I understand. I look like an old elephant, and you want me to go to the elephant cemetery, so it's okay. I got it. No offense taken.
You still have
a few months, yes.
That's not
yes. It's funny. It's funny. Yeah.
You only get better, like wine.
Yeah,
like wine. Yeah, but it's 30 times more efficient.
But even in terms of wine, you can use AI to predict. You can use AI to predict when is going to be a good wine. There is I don't remember the name, but there is a scholar in the States that I've met, and he built a theory about the fact that when a good wine needs a lot of sun and a lot of water. Okay, so if you are able to analyze over 20 years for each year and each region the quantity of sun and water that you had for these years, you're going to be able to distinct in advance, before the wine gets old, what will be a good wine, and make profit around this. Okay, so this is the year today. You buy the wine when it's too early, okay, to drink it, but you know already that in 10 years from now it's going to be a hit, and you're going to make money out of it. Okay, so you could, yeah, why not?
That's a weird analogy for usage of AI.
You talked about wine.
That's yeah. So if AI can essentially make you, let's say, on average, 5 times more efficiently. Also, yesterday we talked about tripling your work. Right? You said you did something crazy, not even triple, 30 times, if you didn't check it.
Yeah, but I need to check it.
You checked it.
Yeah.
But it gets better, and you can, in some way, trust it. Someday you are going to trust it.
I'm not paid for that.
Not yet.
I'm paid, yeah, but I'm not paid to trust. I'm not paid to trust AI. I'm paid to be a professional and to verify that the result is compliant.
Do you think ChatGPT has become a professional since does he have all the knowledge you have, and even more in your expertise?
No,
not yet.
Not yet. Because he has not made so many mistakes that I've made.
Oh, I think he makes more mistakes than anybody. When he makes a mistake, you can actually say it wasn't a good answer.
Yeah, but
and he will remember that and try to correct himself. I think he makes more mistakes than any other human being in the world.
I'm not sure about the quality of the humans that are getting those responses that are able to tell him what type of mistakes he's making, etc.
Yeah.
So that's
Because the human is going to check in if the human is wrong and the answer was right, but the human thought it was wrong. And more people thought it was wrong, but it was right. Maybe he's going to think it was wrong. And when you get to these kind of levels, you can say he doesn't have your expertise because you have tested some things he doesn't know about, or he didn't have a system to check it on, enough data. He doesn't even know what kind of work you are really doing. He knows the terms. He knows how to. He knows.
I'm asking him to react as a credit and collection expert or as a compliance expert under UK regulation. And sometimes I for research and things like that, and I'm working on a book in my job field. So I'm asking him, okay, so what would be the answer for UK, for France, for Canada? And I can get that information and publish it on my website. And that's by the way, creditandcollection.com. So
of the video. Credit and collection.
The art,
Sign up now.
The art of credit and collection. And
free book, I think.
I don't
sell them.
Yeah, but you should. And but yes, so I can ask him a lot of. I produce much more than before, and that's very exciting. That's very exciting because for me as a professional, it's like being reborn again. I understand that I don't care because I'm going to be out of work in the next 2 decades or something like that. And so I don't really care about what's going to be the future of AI. It's your problem, not mine.
Yeah, it's more our problem. My generation and
the generations to come. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's very the only thing that I think will maybe fix it. Sorry for the dog. If you hear barking, he's out.
It's a nice dog, yeah. Nice doggo. I want to put the doggo in.
You want to see our dog? Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good doggo. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we understand.
So now he's here. I don't know if you can see Martha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were. So yeah, it's my generation problem, but the only solution I see, and as we talked about it, because you're still going to work in a decade. I hope to see
2 decades.
2 decades. Let's say 2 decades.
Yeah.
It is free.
If I'm still alive, yes. Yeah.
The only thing I see to resolve this issue, because I truly think, as you said, in 5 to 10 years, most regular jobs, even physical ones, would be replaced by an AI or a robot / machine that is working beside AI in his brain. And most men / women, everybody would be stuck at home, but they need a way to make money. And the only way I see it is universal basic income. For people who doesn't know what is a UBI, just universal basic income. It is a sum of money that the government gives you every month or every year if you don't work and you need money to exist. Some countries already have it or testing it, but it's a new concept. It was it was talked about for 1,000 years, yeah, but it's a new concept that people are trying to make because it's harder to find jobs. Because, as we said, machine replaces faster than we can make new jobs, new idea, new companies, and so on. So UBI, the government will give you money.
You need to become a dog trainer. I think dog trainers are the future.
Yeah. So at UBI, the government is going to give you some sum of money every month to exist, and that's it. And I don't see any other solution because there isn't going to be enough work for everybody. Think AI and machines.
I'm going to
replace.
I'm going to tell you something good for you. I was working for a telecom companies in the 90s, beginning of the 20s, and the company I was working was providing phone calls. International phone calls. Okay, today nobody knows or doesn't care because we've got WhatsApp. And we understood at that time that the whole industry was going to disappear, and because it's going to be replaced by the internet. And everybody was starting to think, okay, what do we do next, and how do we make money if we sell the internet, but we are unable to gain money from the calls that are on the internet? Okay, and the companies realized that they were becoming infrastructure. That means that the whole business would be about providing the internet only, and that would be the business. And the companies in the beginning of the 20s, the telecom companies did that shift from selling calls to selling internet. That's what's happening now. So when you take a mobile company, basically you buy an internet package. You buy volume of internet. If you go to fixed phones, you are buying internet, and that's it. So the calls disappeared. They were absorbed by the internet, and then the internet created new opportunities. And the companies, most of the companies, the telecom companies from then, are still existing now. They are providing call volumes, internet.
Yeah, but I think the difference is the internet, same as farming. If you go back 10,000 years, then you go 5,000 years, most people 10,000 years were farmers, making the bread. And then machines came along. So you use your cow or your horse to plow the dirt instead of humans. So you need less manpower. It costs less. You can make more. And then came even better machines that collect the fruit and everything there. So people didn't have work as farmers. So they went to the inner cities where there were different kind of jobs like engineering, and people learned new things. And eventually it created way more new jobs. So farming was no longer the most popular job that everyone had. You have engineering, science, music, filmmaking, everything that we have now. Not the internet yet.
So maybe there is a new generation.
But the difference is that every time most of the times that a new innovation came, it came and it gave new jobs. What we see now with AI is the opposite. So AI creates new jobs. It creates new jobs, but it replaces more than it creates. So it evaluates the main job for big companies with AI right now is for AI just to watch the people. So everybody needs to download the software, and the software watches you, what you do, how you work, 8 years. There's a great, I think it's Kuzat episode about explaining how automation works. So the first year is going to learn everyone jobs and delete about 50% of them. It will create new jobs, yeah, but it deleted 50% of the people you had. In the second year, it's going to delete about 25%, 12 to 25%. So the AI right now doesn't work to make new jobs. It works to delete most of them. So AI is not here to make new jobs. It's here to destroy all jobs. And I'm not against it. It's just the future.
I want to be more optimistic than you. I think that you're going to need much more QA people, much more. You're going to have a new generation of people working with AI, and there might be some very difficult time in between for a lot of people that are going to adapt to them. But yeah.
Also, I don't see everything as a bad thing. If more humans decide that they don't need to work anymore because they have UBIs and the government pays for the living, they can invest more in science. They can learn about developing things like engineering and sort of that. Yeah. They can learn about new things and focus on content creation and other things. So, yeah. So, I think we need to wrap it up.
I think that's I really enjoyed it today, and I hope we'll have another of those discussions soon.
Yeah. Before you leave, I do have a final question for you. As your usage of ChatGPT goes up, do you think someday, let's say in about 5 years, your job will not exist anymore? As you are using AI and it's analyzing you.
I'm not ready in my mind to answer that question. You're asking me a question that is and that's so stressful that I cannot imagine that. But maybe, I don't know. I hope not 5 years.
Let's hope not.
Exactly.
We're going to see in 5 years. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, I hope I'm wrong. But thank you for watching. Thank you, Morisso, for coming. And if you like this video, give it a like or something, because it's subscribe. But if it's on Spotify, I don't know how Spotify really works. So great. Bye.